Hello, my name is Ann Williams, and I am going to be talking to you about the different assessments that we have in our district. The first assessment that we have, well, we have several actually. We have DIBELS, the MAP, NWEA MAP, 95%, and Engage New York. Now, with all four of those are incorporated throughout the whole year. But we have the students broken up into groups, and I will explain that to you in just a second. Okay, so the intervention, the 95% group. Students are broken into groups to be assessed using the PASSE form. Teachers, a title teacher, and also the reading specialist will break these students up into groups. We'll do this form called the PASSE. Depending on where the students are placed and where they score, that's where they're placed. 95% has skills ranging from 4.1 to 5.10. Students are placed in these groups according to how they scored. Students are placed in these groups for 3 weeks. So every 3 weeks, students are assessed again using the PASSE form. Our goal is to have students to test out of 95% because it is an intervention tool. Once we get the scores from the PASSE, students will be placed into groups accordingly. So every 3 weeks, the groups may or may not change depending on how much the student has grown. Now for remediation, we have Engage New York. Engage New York has 10 units. Each student has a workbook for each unit. This curriculum goes over letter recognition, blending sounds, and writing letters correctly. These are skills that are being taught during core instruction, but Engage New York remediates what has already been taught. Students are also broken into groups for this curriculum. Half the students will stay with their teacher. The other half will go with the phonics teacher or the reading specialist. Now, unlike 95%, the groups don't change. All year long, they stay in the same group. Now, one group may move quicker than the other group. I know in my class, I have the lower kids, and the phonics teacher, she has the higher kids, where in some classes it's switched around. So it just depends on how the teacher wants that to come out. But for progress monitoring, we have a tool called DIBELS. Now, at the beginning of the year, we have to do a benchmark assessment. Now, with this benchmark assessment, we have the first sound fluency, letter name recognition, and nonsense word fluency. We have beginning of the year, middle of the year, and end of the year. These students are scored. They have a minute to do the first sound fluency and the letter name recognition. The middle of the year, they go on to the nonsense word fluency. Um, so they're broken up as to, let me see, blue is the highest, green is second, yellow, green is proficient, yellow is basic, and red is intensive. So if they're in red, DIBELS will let you know what that student needs and what skills that student needs to become proficient or advanced. Um, Also, with the Engage New York uh, and the map, they also break the students up so that you'll know exactly what skills they need. With the map assessment, they have a area online, and it's called the curriculum intervention, and it lets you know, it breaks the kids down on its own, and it tells you where those kids should be, what they've scored, what skills they've mastered. It has everything that you need to know. Now, the role of the reading specialist, they are there to help the teacher with strategies for students that are struggling. They are also there to show teachers how to break students into groups. And also, if they don't have that many resources, that reading specialist can pull those certain students that are struggling, pull them out the classroom and go to that office and work with those students, maybe one-on-one or in a small group. So that is my spiel. Thank you for listening. Again, my name is Ann Williams.